Hey, this is Tony Madson, and I'm out on a Wednesday night at the Rusty Coles Fieldhouse, the night before the final middle school game, and I'm here with head coach Dan Nolan. Dan, good to see you again.
Good to see you, man.
How
Thanks
are
for
you?
having me. Good. It's been a good year.
Your family good?
Yeah. We're a
How's the
little
school year
sick
going?
right now, but we're good. We're doing good. Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad to hear. How's the school year going for you?
It's been good. Good start to the year. First quarter's over, so it flew by. You know how it goes.
Now, the middle school this year, they were supposed to play 7 games, but ended up they're going to play 6, and Bayside being the final game
Correct.
tomorrow night. What's their record on the year?
We're 4-1 right now. 4-1.
With the one loss being?
To Bayshore. Tough loss. They came over here and played pretty good. You know, the little wing tee got us a little bit in the first half. We made some adjustments and shut them down in the second half. Just couldn't score enough late.
It was tough getting that ball down the field on them.
It was. They had a tough little group.
Now you've got you kind of play a mirror of the varsity squad or varsity offense, I guess.
Correct.
I should put it that way.
But on both sides, you know,
so the verbiage is the same. And everything like that.
Everything exactly the same. You know, we're running our inside zones and outside zones. Everything that Coach Rivers calls, we're calling. Everything Coach Quarterpassy calls on defense, you know, Coach Murray calls for our guys. So, you know, I think it's been good. This is our 5th year doing it. And, you know, I think they see the benefit of it, you know, when they get to 9th grade is they already know all the verbiage, you know, all our defensive calls and stuff like that. You know, obviously there's a little bit more at the varsity level, but all our main base stuff we call the same. So,
who are your coaches?
D-line and defensive coordinator, Jeremy Murray. He's been with us for 4 years. He's doing a great job. His first year he's doing D coordinator stuff, so he's enjoying that. Hayden McHugh, he's been with me all 5 years. He does wideouts and DBs.
He's all over the place.
He's all over the place. He does everything. He's good. Ed Augustinelli does O-line, D-line, and Tommy Graham does O-line, D-line as well. So we got a good group.
It is a nice group. It's fun to watch you guys practice out there. You seem to have fun while you're out.
We do.
Well.
That's the benefit of doing a little bit of middle school. You know, I coach high school basketball, so the difference is kind of night and day. Just the talking to the kids and you know, we want to enjoy it, right? We want them to keep playing football, you know, in 9th and 10th, 11th grade. So we're having fun, but we also have our moments where we get pretty serious. So.
Now you've got 25 kids on the squad, approximately that?
23 this year. 23. We're low in numbers. The little 7th grade group didn't want to come out and play, but we'll get them out next year.
Is it just 7th and 8th grade?
Yeah.
Okay. And some of those 8th graders I've noticed have come up on varsity a couple nights, or maybe that was JV. I'm sorry.
They came out on JV. Yeah. Their numbers are a little low in JV, so they had 4 of them come up and play with them a little bit. So that was good.
Speaking of your players themselves, some people that have stood out as I've watched your games, Flanagan Hickson at running back has done a very good job for you. Ryan Kerbel has put up some yards for you as well.
Yes.
And then your quarterback is a familiar face, in Pete Rivers.
Yeah, it's always good to have a Rivers in the backfield.
Well, I think Pete Rivers throws the ball more than any other Rivers. He's out there on Friday night with the ball.
Yeah, he does. He's all over the place too. He's like Hayden. But yeah, he does a great job. You know, Flanagan plays wide out. Flanagan probably plays the most positions of anybody. He plays outside linebacker. He plays running back. He plays X for us. He plays. I mean, he's everywhere. Safety sometimes, you know. So he does a great job. He's had some big games. Ryan Kerbel plays safety and he plays running back, and he's had some huge games. And you know, this is his first year out, and he just picked it right up and find those holes, and is just everything's real natural to him. You know, of course, Pete, as a 7th grader, throws it pretty good for a 7th grader, and
he throws a pretty ball.
He does. He throws a real pretty ball. My favorite thing about him is I can tell him a play, and he instantly knows what I'm talking about, and he can get in the huddle and commands that huddle pretty good too. So, you know, we got Marco Molinax. You know, he's a left tackle. He's been big. We've been running behind him a lot. Him and Brooks Maloney at left guard. You know, those guys have really gotten after it. We had some undersized guys at line because we just don't have very big kids, but those guys get after it. So, you know, you got Charlie Green and Peyton. Dang, I forgot his name, but his last name. But you know, Peyton gets after it at the right tackle. So those guys and Ryan Petrie, just want to give those guys a shout out. Like my O-line guys, they get after it, and they're all undersized besides Marco. So it's kind of fun to watch those guys get out there and be competitive.
No, anytime I can hear the offensive line being talked about, I think that's great. Some of the unheralded, players.
Yeah.
On defense, I've often noticed a real good job by your nose guard, Donnie Romano.
Donnie, yep.
He does a very good job, but he also plays wide receiver. That's a bit of an odd couple.
So the last 3 years we've had that one guy who's played wide out, but also can play a little nose. It's the quick guy who's strong, who can those O linemen are they're a little bit faster than those O linemen, and Donnie's that guy. He's a first year guy too, so it takes him a little while to kind of catch on to the defense. So we threw him down at nose guard, and he's been unbelievable there. I mean, people can't block him. He's so quick.
Well, that's interesting. Not everybody looks at the nose guard position and thinks of quickness.
Right.
They think more of just getting in the way.
Right.
Kind of thing. So that's an interesting perspective and a good way to play it for him. On defense, can you tell me other people that have maybe stood out?
Yeah.
Kerbal.
Yeah, Ryan's been playing some safety. Jack Green's been big. He's been at safety. He rolls down to the box a lot and plays over the top, but he also comes in and plays the run pretty well. Trying to think of my corners. Mike Hall plays safety. He's been doing a great job for us. Grayson Roach has actually done a really, really great job at linebacker. He's one of the one we played at Orange Beach a couple of weeks ago, and they were just running down our throat a few early on, and we made some adjustments and he made some big plays. So he's one that's been big on D for us.
They've had a very good season, and it's just good to congratulate you on that. And like I said, it seems like they have so much fun out there in practice. It's really awesome to see. Let's switch gears a little bit. I've noticed you're out here a lot more this time of year because we've also got basketball practice going on as well.
Yep.
Let's switch gears and talk about basketball just a little bit. You're the varsity basketball coach out here at St. Michael. How's your season going to shape up, you think?
Well,
got some good players back.
We do. We lost 7 seniors, which was big. That was a great group, great bunch of good kids and good leaders for us. But we do have some guys returning. Cooper Helper was our leading scorer last year. He's returning. I'm looking for him to kind of raise his game even more.
He's just a junior. Yeah.
He's just a junior. Yep. Kamar J. Lavoie is a guy who had to play JV last year, but probably could have played varsity if not for the rules. Mm-hmm. And he's going to be big for us.
Fantastic vertical leap.
Yes, he's going to be big. And then we got a bunch of juniors. We got 8 juniors, I think, and then 2 seniors. Cooper Kurth and Jameson Calvary are going to be our leaders this year. Not so much in scoring, I don't think, but just knowing what we need to get done and the hard-nosed and play great defense. But we are going to ask them to score a little bit more than they did last year, that's for sure. So.
How about your JV squad? Who's your JV coach?
Kyle Lopez is doing it again. This is his 6th year doing it, and he's a great man. He could be a varsity coach if he really wanted to, and I think he will down the road. But he's really good, and he runs that program well. That'll be a young group. That'll be a group that the sophomores – like Graham Barrett and Chase Morris. You got guys like Jack Kurth on that group that are going to be freshmen. So it's going to be interesting how we can put that together. But it's a good group. I mean, they won a lot of basketball for us.
How about your middle school? Do you do kind of the same thing? Do you involve yourself with the middle school program to get them playing the same kind of verbiage?
Right. Yeah, we do. I have Dan Johnson and Christian Cook, who Christian Cook played for me at Gulf Shores. So he's kind of got that. He knows what I want, and he's got that same verbiage that we use. So yeah, they do that. It's a little harder because I do a lot of stuff on the varsity. But our main base stuff, yeah, they take it down there too. They do a good job. I'm excited about that group.
So you keep your varsity squad on their toes from a studying standpoint.
Yeah.
You got a pretty good sized playbook.
Yeah, my coaches get on to me sometimes. we got to cut back a little bit, but yeah, I like the X's and O's part of basketball. It's a lot of fun.
I'm looking forward to it as well. So less than a month away from basketball. We got the last middle school game coming up tomorrow night against Bayside here at St. Michael. So join us out here at the park if you can. If you can't, we'll be on the Wild Cardinal Network. Dan Nolan, thank you very much for joining us. Good luck and safe play tomorrow night.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for filming our games and putting it on YouTube. It's awesome. No other middle school gets the exposure we get, so we appreciate it.
Been a lot of fun. Thank you. Good luck.
You.